Have you ever wanted to take a peek behind the curtain at how the other half lives? Come with us as we take you to lunch at the Versace Mansion.
Welcome to our channel, Tim and Kate's Excellent Adventures Cruise Edition.
So, in this video, we're going to talk about our experiences at Gianni's at the former Versace Mansion. We're going to talk a little bit about the history of the mansion itself and talk about Gianni Versace. And then, at the end of the video, we'll take you on a tour of what lunch is like at Gianni's at the Versace Mansion.
Yeah, this was so much fun, and it was something that I had seen, I think on TikTok, and saw that you could actually eat there. I had no idea, and so then when we were gonna go to Miami to get on our cruise ship, I was like, we're going to eat there. This is the only way you can go inside. You need to either eat or stay. They do have, I believe, 10 rooms that that you can reserve and stay in. We chose the most economical.
Right. We chose to eat lunch, and lunch is reasonable by South Beach standards. It's $39 a plate, and if you've been to South Beach, Miami, you know it's not exactly like going to Taco Bell.
And with that $39, you had a kind of a menu that was their lunch menu, and you got to choose. You each were able to choose an appetizer, an entree, and a dessert. And then if you did want any alcoholic drinks, that was an extra. And I think all of those were $20.
$20 to $24, I believe.
Yeah, so you don't have to drink the alcohol like right away. They were giving us water, and I'm sure they had other things. We did end up getting a little drink to celebrate that we were there. And it was just a fun way to get to go in and experience the mansion.
So, a little bit about the mansion. It's the former home of Italian fashion designer Gianni Versace. He lived there from 1992 until his untimely murder in 1997. The home was originally built in 1930 for a wealthy philanthropist, and his name was Alden Freeman. Now, after Alden Freeman's death in the late 1930s, the home was renovated into an apartment building where it had 24 rooms. So that gives you an idea of how large this mansion is. So in 1992, Gianni Versace took one look at this building and said, "This is my home. I want to live here." After he found out it wasn't under the protection of the Historical Society, he bought it and tore it down to put in the garden area and the pool, which is where you dine when you dine at Gianni's at the former Versace Mansion. After his death in 1997, the property was bought and converted into a boutique hotel, and the present owners bought it in 2015 and started offering the lunch and dinner specials in addition to staying at the fantastic rooms that they have there. I think my favorite quote from Gianni Versace when asked about what makes his style different from his contemporaries. And he thought for a second, and then he said, "Giorgio Armani dresses your wife. Gianni Versace dresses your mistress." So he's got a flair for the flamboyance. He got his start as a fashion designer, working for his mother, who was a dressmaker, when he was 12 years old. And a lot of what he had learned as a dressmaker, working for his mother, has translated into a lot of his clothing. He decided that men's clothing can make a man into an objectified sexual object as well. And he was not hiding that at all. Go look at some of Elton John's outfits.
Going into the mansion, it's beautiful, the outside, the inside. I mean, you kind of like, I kept saying this was like someone's home,
Right.
that we both kind of were like in awe of. Right there, like right off the street when you go, there's the steps right there that you walk up. You say that you have a reservation, and they say, okay, you can go ahead and go in because you had a reservation. If you don't have a reservation, they're right there on the steps too, with iPads and stuff to put you in somewhere if there is room. But I would definitely suggest just doing a reservation, and that was easy on Open Table. We were able to just get one. I mean, I think we got it like months before.
We decided to book it months in advance just to make sure.
We knew we were going to be there, and so we were just like, that's what we're going to do for lunch on Saturday.
Before the cruise, absolutely.
Yeah, and it was more almost like an experience than just we're going to eat food. It was an experience, and we definitely savored it and took everything in. We had fun people watching. We had fun just looking. We just kept looking around at where we were, even just where we were sitting.
Speaking of where we were sitting, I was kind of jealous because she was able to look at the pool, the mosaics, and all the fountains and stuff there. And I didn't have a bad view. I had the staircase that takes you from the house down into the garden area where we were sitting. And I was just in awe that none of this was factory made. This was all hand custom made for this property. It was a lot of wrought iron work, some brass work, and it was amazing. The stonework in the floor was amazing. The stonework on the walls was, it just kind of blew you away when you realize how intricate all of the work that went into this was.
Yes, and going with all of that, what was also great is they definitely know their audience. They know that you're going to come and you are going to want to Instagram all of the things. So people were up taking photos by the pool throughout the whole time we were eating. I was sitting and watching that, where people were going and stuff. And then we did get up after we were done eating before we left, and we did take some photos as well. And there was no problem doing that at all. They know you're going to do it, and I think they really want you to do it because then it's advertising. Yeah. So, and I've seen a lot of videos just with that. So.
Absolutely. So let's go ahead and talk about the whole reason you're here, because you want to know what the food was, right? So, our appetizer course, I kept it fairly simple. I had burrata, which is cheese wrapped in cheese, served with arugula, basil, and tomatoes. It was wonderful.
It did look very good, and I had a bite, and it did taste just as good as it looked. And then I chose to have the fried shrimp, and that was really good too. I don't know what they did, what the seasoning was, but it was delicious, and I feel like I got 4 or 5 of them. Like, it was a good portion.
So early on, our drinks arrived, and we did place an alcoholic drink order because why not? I decided to keep it simple, and I just got myself a mojito, which seems to be the national drink of Miami, or the citywide drink of Miami, and it was a good mojito.
Yeah, and I tried out their 24 karat gold margarita. I was like, if there's anywhere that I'm dining that I should have something with 24 karat gold, it's the Versace Mansion.
So
that was really good.
Oh yeah, we tried each other's drinks, and they were both amazing. They were delicious.
Yeah, yeah. And we have some photos and videos that we'll show you, and you can see like they had gold flakes on there that was edible.
Yeah. So as far as entrees are concerned, I ordered a chicken parmesan, and that's when our waitress was trying to talk me out of burrata, because the chicken parmesan was served on the same arugula and basil as the burrata was. And I was sitting here going, I'm okay with arugula and basil as long as I get my cheese wrapped in cheese. And my chicken parmesan had more cheese, so this was not a problem for me. And yes, I did get a lot of arugula and basil. And I enjoyed it.
And I think, yeah, he definitely enjoyed it. I chose to get spaghetti and lobster, and that sounds like a very odd combo, but I was very excited about it. I love lobster. And on the menu, it says that it's going to be a half lobster, and I probably should have asked about that. I kind of assumed it would be a lobster tail. It was a lobster claw, and the claw actually did not have very much meat. I probably had like, I don't even know if I had an ounce of meat in it, so that was a little disappointing. The spaghetti was very good, but I could have just chosen either just the spaghetti, they had a spaghetti meal, or I would have probably chosen something different if I would have realized what the lobster was going to be. And with that, it was an extra $20.
They do upcharge for lobster.
So instead of that 38, they would have made it up to 58, and which for lobster tail, I didn't think that was bad, but for like a less than an ounce of meat in my claw, that was, like I said, that was disappointing. But I tried to make it not, I didn't want it to ruin the meal or ruin the experience.
For dessert, we both had cappuccino, and I had chosen a cream puff pastry, and that was delicious.
It was. I tried it, and
Oh,
it was delicious. And then I tried their strawberry cheesecake, and it was different. It was in a little glass cup, but it was so
It was
good.
good.
Yeah.
We tried each other's desserts too.
we had to make sure that the other person wasn't lying about how good it was.
Oh, this is delicious. You don't get to try it though, because you aren't going to believe how delicious it is.
You're not gonna like it. No. All in all, we loved our experience. We would go back again, and we would definitely say, try it out if that's something that you would like. If you want to go to South Beach, and if you, just seeing the mansion, like I said, everything about it was amazing.
If you've made it this far in the video, I'm going to ask that you like the video, subscribe to our channel, and leave a comment below about when you want to go see the Versace Mansion yourself. Or if you've seen the Versace Mansion, visited it, go ahead and leave your comments in the comment section below.
Yeah, we'd love to hear what you think.
We would absolutely love to hear what you think. And thank you for watching.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. See you later.
See ya. It's all over now. The movie's done. Go home.
We hope you come back soon.